Did you know that airplanes are safer than cars? Statistically, you're more likely to win the lottery than to be in an airplane accident. In fact, the fear of flying is called aviophobia, and it affects 1 in 3 Americans despite flying being the safest mode of transport. The Boeing 747 is not just any plane. It's an icon that revolutionized air travel by carrying twice as many passengers as any other aircraft of its time. And for those who think size doesn't matter, the wingspan of a Boeing 747 is longer than the Wright brothers' first flight. Next time you're munching on pretzels at 30,000 feet, remember that commercial airlines use about 5 million tons of food each year to keep passengers fed. Oh, and if you're planning to apply for a job as a pilot, note that Santa Claus is technically the most experienced flyer with centuries of nonstop travel under his belt. Stick around for more mind-boggling facts that will make your next flight seem like a walk in the park.